everybody. Welcome to Haunting Live Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're just out here for a little walk here on this evening, and we want to get out, get some fresh air. And we are just out for a slow stroll in one of our places that we used to go quite a bit for back in the day when we did Kitchener ghost walks. So we thought we'd take you for a little stroll down the cemetery here. This is one of the cemeteries in the Doon area of Kitchener. And Chris is here as well.
Hey everyone. So just to let you know about this land that we're actually on. Once was Adam Furry Jr.'s brother's property. Adam Furry Jr. is the founder actually of the south end of Kitchener. So this was his brother's property. We've actually done, like what Trevor was saying, we did a lot of ghost walks actually in this location. We've actually had people being touched, people saying hello right when nobody's right beside them. We've actually got shadow people within inside the cemetery. The cemetery right now is two locations. One of them, though, it's to do with Pentecostal. The other side is public. Joseph Schneider's, from James Schneider's, his parents are buried in here. Same with also a girl, though, that I grew up with.
And this is a cemetery that we used to use in our Kitchener ghost walks back in the day. So it's in the Doon area of Kitchener on the south end. So we wanted to get out. We're just out for a walk tonight, get some fresh air. Thought we'd bring you guys along for a tour of a haunted area in Kitchener.
If you guys see,
I'm going to do that for a little while coming up, I think.
Yeah, so if you guys see or hear anything, let us know. I've got a tool going on right now. It is the ghost tube. This one here actually does show the spirits like a stick person, or else it does actually show them talking.
So we're going to run a couple different apps here and see if we pick up anything. If you guys hear anything, let us know in the post as we walk along here today.
Is this showing right now as me as a stick person?
Too much reflection.
There's green little lights actually in there, and it does show a stick person.
Anyways, we'll show you a little walkthrough here first. This side to the right is the public, which I believe is Mackenzie Bean. All along here. This is a pretty cool little walking trail that goes down the middle, lined with big trees. Really spooky at night when you come down here at night.
What you guys are hearing in the background, though, that's actually the sort of like the highway.
There is traffic noise in the background, you'll probably pick up. And on the left side is the main big cemetery here, which is the church side. We actually haven't been out here for maybe 2 years or so, so we're out here seeing what's new as well.
Her stone still looks good.
Here is one of Chris's friend's plots. They're actually buried out here.
She was only a young girl, but they had the date wrong. Actually, the date of the death.
Yep.
She passed away actually on May 9th of that year. That way. But the thing, though, is I grew up with her. She does make a visit once in a while to myself and also to my siblings. So...
So we have some connections up here as well that we can talk about. Well, as you can see, it is a fairly big open cemetery. I thought they might have some more filled in by now, but...
They did. They've actually built more down Foot Road.
There's more down on that side by the fence than there was. There's also these monument stones up here that are new. How are you guys doing this evening? Thank you so much for tuning in to Haunting Live today. Chris was just doing angel readings on his YouTube channel this afternoon at 3 o'clock for about an hour or so. And you can catch him on Saturdays on YouTube. And Wednesday night still here on Haunting Live Podcast Facebook. But tonight we're just taking for a quick stroll through a cemetery that we used to use for the ghost walks back in the day. We haven't been here for quite a while. This is all new here. monument with names on it, looks like.
This is new.
Yep. This is all new here. This is, I've not seen this before. There's a little bench right here. So it looks like it was designed by a person here. There's the person's name.
They haven't had much.
These are all new here. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe we'll have to look this up later and see what this is all about.
They got the Celtic circle up top.
Yeah, there's a Celtic symbol right up here as well. Chris just noticed. See if you guys can see that.
Actually, that's Celtic. That's also Celtic there.
Wonder if there's some meaning to that too. Not sure. We'll have to look it up. See what this is about. So, but again, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you watching here on Haunting Live Podcast. We're going to try to do this throughout the summer, is go to different locations throughout the city that are either historical or have significance, and try to get some extra filming done this year. If you guys like this kind of thing, hopefully you'll be able to get out and just get out and get exercise, some walking done, and do some tours around the city, different locations. There is a pile of dirt. Looks like they have some fresh ones around. Right here, coming up to our side on the left, is a famous stone from the city of Kitchener. And you guys can see the name on the bottom.
He's a famous painter.
And he's, of course, well known in this area of Kitchener, Doon, for the Homer Watson Art Gallery. Close by here, just down the side of the road, actually.
So actually on this one, Spirit Talker, I got the name Matthew and Fighting.
Fighting.
Matthew.
And Matthew again.
Oh, Matthew twice. So there must be a Spirit Matthew wanting to communicate.
Actually, I just heard some footsteps. Not yours.
No.
They took down the old shed there.
Mm.
That used to be right there.
Yeah, there used to be an old shed just right behind this pile of dirt on that platform, I think. So we'll head over here, see what's new at the back end of the cemetery. Now, back ends, but not always, are known as the older section of cemeteries, and this one is the older section back here.
Dare.
What?
I just got the name Dare.
Okay.
D-A-R-E.
Or saying dare you. So yeah, right here used to be a old shed, storage, but it looks like they've taken that down. Well, I'm going to head back to this corner. In the back left corner is where we have gotten things in the past. We have caught shadow apparitions back here. We've heard footsteps in the past back here. And people also heard their names being called to them back here during the ghost walks. walking on leaves. And we do have somebody helping us tonight on moderation. I think Tanya's in, so hi Tanya, thank you so much. There was just one there, so I think she saw something.
Okay. All right. So with this one here, this stone here, we actually sick. I just got, and that's exactly what people have felt.
Yes.
So with this stone here, there's been actually people that have been on the ghost walks.
Yeah.
And one of them, it was a friend of ours that lives in Stratford. He was standing in the cemetery with this group of people the night that we were doing the ghost walk. He actually heard his name being called.
Yeah.
So they knew his name. Here, Trev, I'm back on. Hey everyone, it's Chris here. So yeah, we did run into some troubles right now over in that area. So once Trevor goes live, I'm gonna disconnect and get Trevor going. So, but yeah. Again though I was just walking. I just saw something though that was unusual, especially for the cemetery. So again, though, thanks for tuning in. Up until Trevor goes live again, I'm going to be actually on. But the cemetery, like what had happened though, is it's the energy actually of this location. This energy is really, really strong and doesn't really like, I guess, the videos. But what I was getting before Trevor was cut off, though, I got the word hurting. Now I'm heading back to that location. So yes, I'm heading back. So I'm just going to flip you guys around. So if you guys see anything or hear anything, that's just me walking. Just please let us know right away. Energy, again, though, it can actually turn things off and not get it to work. Again, though, so like Trevor was saying, though, is against the fence. We've actually at nighttime seen like dark figures, know that are not supposed to be there. So what's going to go on those? I'm just going to go sort of back to the same location though that Trevor was at, right when the internet kicked out for him. Alright, so I'm still strong with you guys, which is awesome. Now, what there is now is actually a pathway there. At one time, there was no pathway at all. The cemetery does go way back in history. I'll sort of show you one of the stones. So what you can sort of see, though, is right there, 1898, died in 1917. Actually, William died actually in 1890. So those are actually some of the people that resigned actually at this location. So it is really old cemetery. So it looks like Trevor's just still running into troubles. Alright. So I'm going to swing over towards Trevor and see if he's got it rehooked up. Alright. Alright, so we're back. Alright, sorry for that, everybody. So thank you very much back. Alright, so what's going to go on those? It's Chris here. I'm going to go back to the same location though that Trevor was just a couple minutes ago. Energy does like to actually play around with a whole bunch of stuff, so just bear for a couple minutes. And yeah, what's going to go on those? We're going to go back sort of the same area though that Trevor actually had a little bit of troubles. If you guys see anything or hear anything, please let us know right away. That way we can actually double check the spots out. So again though, is the stones do go back actually within time here. These go back actually to the 1800s. I'll sort of show you one actually also here. So the person was 65 years old. Did pass away in 1883. That was actually at February 26th. Okay, Tanya's and mine's not freezing for some reason. So it might be the same problem actually though that you ran into earlier. Who knows? But we do say welcome everybody. Now over here, alright, there are also some old stones. I will show you stone of one location here. So what you can sort of see those small little stones out along in there also. This is Joseph Schneider's actually parents' plot. If you want to go back and watch it and then freeze it, that'd be wonderful. So you can sort of see. But again, those, if you guys see anything or hear anything, please let us know. It's Chris here. I'm walking through some forest, like some leaves, sorry. Small little stones. The faces are actually, the face of the stones have nothing on them. And also you can see a townhouse is right there. Now the one year though that we were down in this area, Trevor and I, we were heading out, so Trevor turned back, took a picture. Along the old shed here, we caught a shadow person. So is anybody sensing anything by any chance that's watching? Please let us know. That was just me. Let us know if you guys see or hear anything that's unusual besides the traffic. Dogs fighting actually in the backyard. And that's in the background also. Hey Cheryl. So yeah, we're actually in the south end of Kitchener. Again, though, this property once was a farm. Huge property, so right along there. And we keep on going over to right where the homes are. Two different cemeteries. One is Pentecostal, the other one, though, is a public. And earlier in this video, which was the previous one, though, Trevor did show the Watson plot, which is well known actually for Ontario, which is Homer Watson and Phoebe Watson. So if you guys see or hear anything actually in this location, please let us know. Trevor was over in one of those sections earlier, and he ran into troubles with his phone. So right now we're actually on my camera. I'm going back to the same location though that Trevor actually had some problems with. So again, I'm going to walk around, be quiet within a couple minutes, and if you guys see or hear anything, please let us know. Hey Brenda. Earlier, when I was at the vehicle with one of the apps that a lot of teams are starting to use right now, does show actually the people, plus also it's not like one of the other apps so that that is really easy for the sound. Anyway, so it picked up and it said hi. Phoebe Watson is well known to be walking around in the cemetery here. Alright. Who is the Schneider's buried there? So that's Joseph Schneider's parents. So James Schneider, that's his parents. I'm going to go back to that stone for you, Cheryl. Here we go. Wonderful. Okay. Alright. And there's a couple other small little stones over here also. Oops, let me bring you down to there. Yeah. Well, Brenda, you can also go to the one actually off of John Street in Stratford. The lower end is really active. And that's also in Stratford, so there's a lot of great rich history over there. Whoops, there we go. Bring you guys down a little bit. Are you getting anything around that tree? Trevor has one of the apps on right now. We presume so, Cheryl. But it's really hard to tell because the fate, like the print actually on the stone, so is really hard to tell. Like I'll show you this one here. Right, so like that one there is really hard to tell directly. But we've actually had mediums actually on saying that those are the younger kids that actually did pass away that were stillborns. Because most people only know Joseph Schneider actually as his brother and himself, so. Yeah, Brenda, yeah, that's so true though. The reason why is because what I will do though is show you some of the stones that are really sunk down over time and show, yeah, it's so true. Whoops, so that's just me. I'm just trying to walk along. But I'll take you over to the public side compared to the Pentecostal church side. And I'll show you some of the stones over here. So right there, Brenda, you can actually see some of the stones that have really shrunk down. So like that one there, and those right there. So something was trying to grab hold actually of the stick I'm using right now, which is actually Trevor's. It's like a gimbal. And here though, I can actually smell like a fireplace, even though that, who would really have a fireplace actually on at this time of year? So I'm going to walk back actually over to Trevor, see what he got with the one app that we were talking about last year at the Ghost of the Queens. Anything?
When I was on the front side of the tree, it said opposite, so I walked around to the other side and then got so afraid. I'm trying to find out what they're afraid of.
It could be that creature though that...
What are you afraid of? You want to tell me? You can tell me what you're afraid of.
So for the medium, so if you guys can actually sort of tune into this area, we're in the south end of Kitchener. Again, those Trevor got moved to the other side, something like that. Opposite, and then afraid.
Like, not telling me what he's afraid of. What are you afraid of?
This cemetery does go back to the 1800s. So sometimes though, what they say though is if you put your hands actually on the tree, you can actually feel the heartbeat of a tree. So, Margaret, so we're located right now in the south end of Kitchener. We're located on the Pentecostal Church, the south end of Kitchener. There's a cemetery down there. That's right where we are. And what century? So what I would say though for 1800s also, Margaret, it's really hard to tell for some of them. Like this one down here, I don't know if I'll be able to move. So yeah. Alright, so there's a stone there. Trevor's getting something. Alright, so I'm going back to this corner area right where Trevor was. This stone here is really faded. So yeah, it's really faded over here. Right. Again, though, that one time there was no pathway here at all. It was actually all covered in. So the pathway is new.
You want us to check down the path?
So somebody wants to know what century actually the ruins are.
No idea.
It's really hard to tell.
Come on.
Arrived?
Yep. Arrived. We're in your spot?
Okay, so this one here,
Or is this your spot?
you can tell it goes back to, goes back actually to 1885 time period. It's right when they passed away. So this one, my phone is moving by itself without my No, I'm like standing still, right? And the phone a couple times has been moving by itself.
Are you trying to play with our phones? You want me to check this phone?
Alright, so yeah, I did smell burning over that way.
Okay.
So that one there, you may be able to tell that way.
Are you trying to tell us that you smell it? You do smell burning, yes.
Yeah, I do smell it.
Somebody's probably having barbecue or something.
Now, if Brenda's actually on, there's one thing though that drives me nuts. I think also with Tanya and Trevor, is right when people do this, actually the stones kick them off. So, if you guys want to be able to check out the cemetery, you guys can do that. Again, those we're actually off of, I think it's Mill Street in Kitchener on the south end, out by the 401 is right where we are.
It's sort of right in behind the college. Over by, that's not good. Nope.
Okay, thanks, Cheryl. We're not too sure, but what we probably think though is the child though is to do with the mid 1800 time period. Was actually out here.
The last two words that just came through was burn, or burning, kill, and find him. So I don't know what kill and find him is. Who do you want us to find? Was it that one in the corner? Because that's the one that you spoke to me when I walked by. Is it his in the corner?
So I'm going to go around this way again. There is a stone right here. There's a stone right back here, Trevor. And there's also there's one here on the ground. Too bad I can't take you guys that way. Show you, and that's if I step back. So right there's two. One that's damaged. And also one right there.
And that one was the one where I said check when I went by it. And after that we did get into stuff like kill, find him, burning.
Okay, you want to say that again?
So I walked by the stone here in the back corner. It said check. So I checked it over. There's no writing on it. I can't see any writing on it. It's too worn. So the next words that came through after that was burning, kill, and find him.
So, do you think that would be? Do you think that would be the little boy?
Well, it's a him, so we know it's not the girl that we caught in the dress here. Ooh, that was a growl with a name, Garrett.
So Garrett is actually the name. What we can do though is we can actually post some of the pictures that we've got out here. Mm-hmm. We'll do that probably.
We'll do that tonight. Right?
Tonight. Yeah. So maybe we can actually do another live with you guys.
Okay, well, Garrett, if that's you, or if that you want me to find, we'll look around, but I don't see anything.
There's another one there. Mm-hmm. But yes.
But thank you so much for talking to us, and thank you guys for following us along here on Haunting Live Podcast. We appreciate you following us today, coming with us out for a walk as we walk around the cemetery a bit. And I think in the future, for the summer coming up, we'll try this again in different locations throughout Kitchener and bring you some of the historical areas of Kitchener and do live investigations.
And we're probably going to be going to one location if everything clears up a little bit better with Tanya, and doing a live location with Tanya, so that way you guys can actually get to see Tanya.
Yes.
So
see Tanya in action, and how amazing she is, and accurate and powerful her energy is. So looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much. With that, take care. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you later.